So when I ask students, why Keene State, the students say unanimously it's the sense of community. The feel when you walk on this campus is immediately a sense of belonging, a sense of safety, a sense of welcome, and a sense of opportunity and promise. And so I think our students feel that when they come to our campus, and they experience it when they join us. Why students choose this campus is the sense and feel, and also the opportunity and the promise of that opportunity for them when they're making the decision. And why they stay is that we deliver on that promise. We have students from urban environments, from rural environments, and when they come to Keene State in those first weeks of forming a new community, they bring all of those experiences together to create a better Keene State. It's a campus small enough to feel a sense of recognition and identity, and a campus big enough to feel part of something bigger than yourself. This isn't a passive experience, so please get engaged, find a club, make a new group of friends, get involved in a recreational sport activity, in an intramural sport, get involved in a creative performance, go see a show, be a part of this community and squeeze everything you can out of Keene State. And if you do that, I am confident you will have an exceptional experience and your life will be changed as a result of it.
Pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade, from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
see if they can get out of this jam again. I mean, kind of feels like a big day for Keene given how the week went. I mean, it started good with a victory over New England, 12-6 on Monday, but a couple tough losses. And check back to second. Nice grab there by Barnes to keep it out of the outfield.
Yeah, it also really stings because a lot of those teams Keene State was expected to take the win over, and for them to fall as they did is a little bit disappointing, I would imagine. But
still 3-2 in the conference as that one fouled back. So it remains 2-2. Good battle here between Floyd and Metzdorf.
yeah, still a pretty decent record overall. I don't think all those losses hurt them too bad here, but I'm sure they would have loved to be in the position they would have been in had they won those games. But
yeah, you could imagine trying to at least hope for a win today over a tough team like UMass. The 2-2 is in the air to center. That's going to get down in front of Ehlers for a base hit. Rounding third, nope, stopping is Govea. He thought about it, but good throw there from Ehlers in center to keep him at third. But runners now at the corners with just one out.
yeah, that was definitely the safe play to keep Govea at third, although I think there was a decent chance of him scoring. That ball was hit pretty softly, and it took Ehlers a minute to get to that ball, so I think that could have gone either way, but definitely the safe call keeping him at third here.
Yeah, interesting with Govea staying put at third, but they have the guy they want up right now, and that's Aiden Blake, the second baseman. Leads the team in average at .355. He's got 10 doubles, 2 triples, and also 3 home runs on the year. So very tough guy to put away. And he goes first pitch swing in the air to right. This will likely get a run in. Eaton is under it. He makes the catch. Tagging is Govea. The throw will not be in time. Tagging as well, and he's safe. So also tagging up Govea comes in to score. Metzdorf tagged from first to second, and he's in. So now it's 1-0 Beacons. And chance for more here with a runner at second and 2 out.
Yeah, very smart base running by the Beacons here, taking advantage of that throw in to get Metzdorf to second. They're playing some smart baseball today.
Yeah, a little small ball there. Get the runners over with a nice bloop single and then drive them in with a sac fly. Good piece of hitting there from Blake. Now here's Corliss, the catcher. And that's high and in. Had to duck out of the way a bit for ball 1.
Yeah, Blake has better stats than some of the MLB players so far do
Yeah.
today. So.
Yeah, most than or more than a lot of them do. The 1-0. Foul back. So that's the first run that the pitcher Floyd has allowed this season, as he's now through 6 1/3 innings of work this year. Here's the 1-1. That'll miss for ball 2.
Yeah, as we said, this is going to be a pretty tough opponent, so you're expecting a lot of innings to get a run or two in from the Beacon, so it's important that Keene State kind of limits it down to as least as they can throughout these innings here.
Yeah, get out of it with 1 here would certainly be a win. He'll look back. Metzdorf to second. No throw. As Corliss awaits the 2-1. Here it is. And that's fouled back again for strike 2, so the count runs even. Floyd looking to get out of this with just the 1 run allowed for UMass-Boston. Give the Owls a chance to even things up real quick in the bottom half of inning number 1. 2-2 will not be made as he looks Metzdorf back once again.
Yeah, it seems that Metzdorf is really getting in Floyd's head just a little bit here. He's stepped back a few times now to check on him.
Yeah, he's also working a bit more deliberately here with a runner on base. They're looking to get out of it. Here's the 2-2. That will miss. No, excuse me, that was a 3-2. That'll miss for ball 4. So Corliss is aboard with a walk, and now it's first and second. Still with 2 out as Palma steps up. The first baseman batting out of the left side. First pitch is high, ball 1. So Floyd came out throwing a lot of strikes, but since then he's somewhat tailed off.
Yeah, he's just missing the strike zone, not by much.
That one will be strike one.
Pretty late call there, but yeah, you can see he's kind of dancing around the plate a little bit. Maybe he's a little intimidated by the runner on second, but at the end of the day, you got to throw strikes.
Yeah, that one misses up and away for ball two, and he's falling behind another hitter. It's 2-1. Palma is the sixth man to bat this inning for UMass-Boston with one run in so far. Here comes that 2-1. On the ground. To be on at first, he's got it. Will take it himself, and that will end the inning. But UMass gets on the board with a run here in the first. We'll head to the bottom of the inning. 1-0 on the Owls Media Network.
College sports fans, get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headwear, championship gear, and more. Visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at ncaa.com/shop.
I believe sportsmanship is a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Today it'll be a very tough task for this Owls offense. It's Dylan Ryan. He's 3-0 with an ERA of .67 on the year, and he's started 5 games, made 6 appearances in total on the year. As throws kind of from a side angle, Owls will be looking to pick that up. On the offensive side, as it'll be Tommy Ehlers getting ready to stand in, followed by Barnes batting second, Chatfield batting third, Bion in the 4th spot, Eaton 5th, Hudson 6th. Junior Santos gets the start at short today. He's 7th. Evan Cowley, the catcher, is 8th, and Wyatt Daff, the DH, fills out the Owls lineup in the 9-hole against Dylan Ryan this afternoon.
Yeah, as you said, it's going to be a tough task for Keene State today, as he is a pretty tough pitcher, especially throwing at that angle. It might be a little tricky for Keene State to pick up that at first, but perhaps it'll get easier as the game advances here. But
so here's Ehlers going to get things going, as he, like many others, struggled against Castleton on Tuesday afternoon. And that was a game I think going in the Owls definitely wanted to have and just couldn't get that offense going. His first pitch, fisted off to the second baseman Blake. He fields it quickly. Nope, he has no play. So how about that? A little infield single for Tommy Ehlers to start things in the bottom half.
yeah, that was interesting. It looked like Ehlers didn't exactly know if that was a hit at first. It looked like he kind of was hesitant to go down first there, and then I'm surprised there was not even a throw to first. They had a chance to beat him, definitely, I would argue, but no throw. Keene State would definitely take that runner on first.
Yeah, Blake just couldn't field it cleanly. He got it, just didn't really have time to pull the trigger. And now here's Hamilton Barnes. He's showing bunt. In a rundown is Ehlers. Nope, it gets away into right field. Ehlers taking off for third, and he's in standing. And just like that, the Owls got a runner at third with nobody out here in the bottom half of the inning.
Yeah, magic is in the air today, it seems like.
I guess so.
Pretty lucky couple sequence of events there.
Yeah, Barnes showed bunt, and then they had Ehlers in a rundown. Corliss just had a wild throw to first base to Palma, got right by him, and now just like that, an out can tie this ball game here in the bottom of the inning. Cut on a miss. And that is strike one to Barnes.
Yeah, a little late on that swing right there. Both the dugouts are definitely quite loud today. It's kind of a nice environment for some college baseball.
1-1 is high for ball two. Yeah, good LEC matchup today. Keene State looking to get back on track, and UMass just looking to keep rolling this season as they're undefeated in the conference so far. Here comes the 2-1 from Dillon. Oh, and it hits Barnes right in the head. And he will get back up and take off to first, but that's the second time this season that Hamilton Barnes has been hit in the head by a pitch, and thankfully both times he has appeared okay.
Yeah, he really just walked that off like nothing. He's kind of a tank out there, it seems.
Maybe adrenaline, I guess,
yeah,
for now. But here's the man you want up, Jonathan Chatfield, crushed a grand slam. His third home run of the season on Monday in the win over New England College. And now he's got first and third, nobody out against Dillon. First pitch in for strike one. So Dillon in some really trouble, much like Floyd. And the Owls looking to maybe crack him, put a crack in the armor early on here. Here's that 0-1. And that's in the air to right. Govea's back. It is gone! Jonathan Chatfield blasts his 4th of the season. 6th of the season, excuse me. And it is 3-1 Keene State just like that. Couldn't tell from that angle if that ball was going to get out, and it just carried. Wow, how about that? It's 3-1 Keene State here in the first. Still nobody out.
Wow, I was going to say, you know, if you believe in magic, now is the time that Ehlers would smack something, and I wish I said it because he ripped on that ball, sending that far out of right field.
And my apologies, that was his 6th of the season. So Chatfield just continues to tear the cover off the ball here this year for Keene State. And we already have a mound meeting as Dillon has been rattled here big time in this first inning. Just 3 batters and already 3 runs.
Yeah, not really the start you would have expected for Ryan here. Not really. Batters don't really get to him as fast as Keene State just did. Pretty, I mean, almost a perfect start for Keene State, really.
Yeah, Dylan Ryan just trying to get back on track. Of course, it's kind of a clean slate now, but you've given up 3 runs. So see if the Owls can keep it going. Here's Bion.
Yeah, I almost wonder if Chatfield was kind of swinging for a home run there, like specifically.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he doesn't off appearance look like a guy who has that much power, but he does. I mean, he just supplies it with that swing. First pitch from Ryan is high, ball 1 on Bion. On deck is Eaton, as Bion is the 4th man to bat. Still nobody out here in the bottom half of inning number 1. And things changed very quickly. Cut on a miss, big swing. Coming up empty there on something off speed was the Owls' first baseman. Count even at 1-1. Pitch from Ryan. Another big swing and a miss from Bion.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's only the start of the game, but you got to imagine that's a pretty good and pretty feel-good moment for Chatfield and the whole Keene State dugout after their recent failures this past weekend.
Yeah, up and away there on Bion, and it's even now at 2-2. Yeah, it's got to feel great. The Owls had a home run in the first inning of the game against Castleton, but that quickly got erased with a Castleton home run in the bottom of the first. And Bion hits it in the air to center. Under it's Parker coming in. He'll make the catch for the first out. So Ryan finally gets one here in Bion. And now it'll be Brendan Eaton,
the right fielder, number 25, Brendan Eaton,
who looks to pick things up as well. And try to get on base here in inning number 1. Good things always seem to happen whenever Eaton can get on base. We'll see if that remains true this afternoon. First pitch, outside, ball 1 from Ryan.
Yeah, so far, all the players are doing what they're known and expected to do. We'll see if Eaton can kind of continue that magic here.
Yeah, keep things going. On the ground to third, Metzdorf to first in time, 2 away. So Ryan's bounced back nicely. He's got a couple quick outs here after the 3-run bomb from Chatfield. And now here's Nathaniel Hudson standing in.
Number 17, Nate Hudson.
He's been batting pretty good on the year. And playing in his usual left field spot this afternoon. First pitch to him. In the air to left. It appears that's going to be caught by Morrison for the final.
College sports fans, get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories. And visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at ncaa.com/shop.
I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against.
We are back here. Owls leading 3-1. Top half of the second on the 6th of the year for Jonathan Chatfield. 3-run shot to right field. And now David Floyd working with a lead against Zerilli as Zerilli goes after the first pitch. In the air to right center, who's got it. It'll be Eaton for out number 1. So quick first out, 1 pitch, 1 out. David Floyd now working with a lead. It's got to feel good.
Yeah, you mentioned it's a busy day or a good day for baseball, but it's also a good day for all the other sports going on, as we also have a doubleheader with softball and a lacrosse game going on.
Yeah, busy day here for sure at the Owls complex as Farnacci stands in. Farnacy stands in the DH.
Yeah, if you were planning on coming, you might have to walk. The parking spots might be all filled up.
So he takes ball 2, up and away. So it'd be a 2-0 coming here from 3-0 from Floyd. And that's misses well and away for ball 4. So Farnacy is on with 1 out here as the Beacons look to mount another threat. And it'll be Joey Morrison, the left fielder out of the 9-hole today for UMass-Boston, standing in.
It seems like even with Keene State's lead, Floyd is having a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone here.
Yeah, he's walked a couple of men already. Morrison showing bunt, check back to first, not in time.
I like that throwback by Floyd, obviously a hit and run trying to happen. Maybe you catch the runner off guard by throwing back to first when he shows bunt.
Chatfield coming in, he shows bunt again and takes strike 1. So yeah, Chatfield coming in from third just in case of that bunt, which we could see. Kind of be interesting though. I mean, you'd think, yes, it would get the runner to second, but there would also be 2 outs. So check again, and Farnacy once again is back safely. The 0-1 misses high for ball 1.
Beacons are really trying to get their runner to second here pretty desperately.
Yeah, trying to get Farnacy over to second. It's the 1-1 from Floyd. And a little nubber foul down the first base side. So that will make it a 1-2 count. Parker, the leadoff man in center, is on deck. He's 0 for 1. with a ground out. Floyd looking for his first K of the day on Morrison. Here's the 1-2 in the dirt, and the count runs even. Nice stop there by Callie. Trying to keep a close eye of the runner at first. Farnacy, who drew a 4-pitch walk with 1 out. And they'll check on him again, but easily safe that time. Joey Morrison looking for a hit here. Here's the 2-2. Runner goes, strike 3, and he's out. Strike him out, throw him out, double play to end the inning, and the Owls get out of it still on top 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the second on the Owls Media Network.
Like me, and students are interning all over the Monadnock region. Many of our majors require hands-on learning, and our students are working as reporters, videographers, environmental advocates, and scientific researchers to gain experience. Here's a look at what's happening right here in our city this summer.
Back here on the Owls Media Network, bottom half of the second inning, Keene State in front 3-1, and some good magic there again from Keene State. David Floyd gets his first strikeout, and they throw out Farnacy trying to steal second to end the inning. So strike him out, throw him out, and Owls still in front by 2 with a chance to add on here.
Yeah, everything's just kind of working for Keene State. Everything's just fallen into the right spots here. You can imagine the Beacons head coach maybe not most impressed with the team at the moment after some, a little bit of errors here, but nonetheless, Keene State will gladly take advantage of that.
So here's Junior Santos with the started short today. One of the few seniors, actually the only senior I believe in this Owls lineup today. They're looking to get things going here to start the second as he cut on and missed for strike 1. Comes the 0-1 from Ryan. And it's in for strike 2, so Dylan Ryan just looking to have a bounce back second inning. He got the 3 outs after that 3-run shot pretty quickly. They're looking to settle into this game a bit more. And Santos down 0-2. Here's the pitch. Out and away for ball 1.
After that first pitch he took a swing at, he shook his head as if he saw it, and is now able to hit it. We'll see if that translates.
1-2 will not be made by Ryan as he kind of stumbled out there, and the Keene State dugout having some fun with it.
Trying to get in his head a little bit, perhaps.
Yeah. I mean, luckily for him, there was nobody on base, so it's not a balk, but here's another 1-2. Inside. Santos had to back off a little bit, and it's 2-2. Keene State with a doubleheader here today, looking for the win in game 1 here in just the second inning, up 3-1. 2-2. Cut on a miss. Big swing from Santos, but he comes up empty, and he's the first out of inning number 2. So that'll be the catcher, Evan Cowley, to dig in. Cowley batting out of the left side. Pretty evenly distributed Keene State lineup in game 1 between righties and lefties. It's basically their traditional lineup. Cowley shows bunt, takes strike 1.
Yeah, I like this small ball game that Keene State is playing here, trying to get men on base, assuming for those more powerful hitters to get up to bat.
Takes strike 2, and Ryan really starting to fill up the strike zone a lot too. So you gotta take kind of what he's dealing to you. being around the plate, you know, sometimes you're going to have to swing earlier in counts. Here comes the 0-2. Just outside, and that's ball 1.
Okay, so all you're doing is scoreboard. So balls.
3-1. Bottom of the second, Owls in front.
So the home plate
And Callie at the dish, who's the 1-2. Cut on a miss. Strike 3. Another strikeout for Ryan, and that's his second of the game now as he's got him back-to-back with Santos and Callie here in inning number 2.
Yeah, Ryan really tied up Callie there. He was pretty late and under that swing. Was not really expecting that.
Yeah, just looks somewhat overwhelmed in that at-bat. Wyatt Daft, the designated hitter, is in with 2 out. And he goes around, I believe. Yep, that is strike 1.
Daft batting 9, which is another leadoff spot, looking to lead off here in a sense and get someone on.
0-1, runs inside, and it got a piece of the catcher, so that's ball 1. Yeah, trying to get the inning over to the top, which got things going for Keene State in the first and Tommy Ehlers. We got on with just a little kind of nub, almost bunt single to lead things off, and that's what jump-started Keene. 1-1, fouled away, and it's 1-2. So Ryan is looking to strike out the side in order here.
That one did land in the lacrosse field as I see someone picking it up and throwing it back to us.
Yeah, we're going to have definitely some balls go over. We might have another softball come over or a baseball going to the softball field. There's the 1-2, just outside ball 2.
I think that's a good luck charm, though. Last time we commentated together, that happened, and Keene State seemed to pull through that game. So,
yeah, that was a good game there against. I believe that was Plymouth. That's fouled away.
Again, in the lacrosse field, right in the same spot it looked like.
Yeah, we're probably going to see that a lot today. It's the men's lacrosse senior day as well here in Keene.
Good for them.
And they've been doing well in the LEC as well, so looking to keep that up today. Comes another 2-2. Up and away, count runs full, ball 3. So we'll see if Daft can get a hit, draw a walk, get on base, do something here.
Yeah, Daft was
Good
behind in this at bat, I believe. He started to, good at bat, as you said.
Ryan's 3-2, here it is. Fouled away hard. And into the fencing there, down the third base line.
Yeah, that was a little bit of an interesting swing. I think he's just trying to protect, find the pitch that he wants to hit. Or take the walk, we'll see.
Yeah, you got to foul off anything close here if you see something that looks good. Another 3-2 coming. Here it is. Cut on a miss, and Ryan indeed strikes out the side here in the bottom half of inning number 2. So we head to the top of the third. Keene State still in command, 3-1 on the Owls Media Network.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what.
College sports fans, get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headwear, championship gear, and more. Visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at ncaa.com/shop.
We're back here, top half of the third on the Owls Media Network. It'll be 2-3-4 that David Floyd is set to face for the UMass-Boston Beacons. And actually 1-2-3. As, Parker did not get to have that at bat because of the strikeout throwout double play. So he will lead off. It'll be 1-2-3 then against David Floyd here As Breon Parker stands in, he's 0 for 1, grounded out to Hamilton Barnes at second in the top of the first. First pitch to him, inside, ball 1.
Yeah, we'll see if Floyd can kind of have the same performance as Ryan as he took care of those Keene State batters.
Yeah, impressive inning, really good bounce back inning from Ryan there as he struck out the side in the bottom half of inning number 2. So rebounding nicely from that 3-run homer. He's retired all 6 in order after that. As that'll miss low. And that'll run it to 2-1. Foul back, count runs even.
Yeah, Floyd is definitely struggling to find those strike pitches. Looking to put him out here, though.
Yeah, he's walked 2, struck out 1. We'll see if he can get number 2 here. Here it is. And he went. Throw will have to be made to first in time, and there's one away. So Breon Parker is down swinging to lead off the top of the third.
Yeah, that was a nice K for Floyd. He definitely confused Parker a little bit there and was able to get that K.
Yeah, so here's Justin Govea, and now Floyd has evened his strikeout to walk ratio. He's now struck out 2 and walked 2 as he led off with 2 walks. First pitch for him, and Govea goes after that one for strike 1. So Govea's 1 for 1. He got on with a base hit, and he did not go around. That's ball 1.
He thought about it, though.
Yeah, thought about it, held up. Floyd definitely works with a quick tempo with nobody on as that one fouled away. Likely into the lacrosse field once again, so look out if you're one of those players warming up over there.
Yeah, luckily it looks like they have pretty protective helmets on, so they should be fine if one does manage to do you know what.
1-2 on the ground to Barnes at second. Easy throw to first, 2 away. Nice inning again here so far from Floyd. And he'll get Drew Metzdorf once again at third. So Metzdorf had a base hit in the first. And that made it first and third at the time. The Beacons were able to get their run in with a sac fly from Blake, the second baseman. First pitch to Metzdorf. Low and away for ball 1. That one outside as well. It's 2-0.
Floyd looking to get his third quick out. He got those first 2 rather quickly, actually. So
yeah, struck out Parker. That one in the air to center. Ehlers going back at the track, at the wall. It is gone. A home run for Drew Metzdorf. How about that? That one sailed on out of here, and that'll make it 3-2. So that was not meant to be for David Floyd. He will not get that 1-2-3 inning, and the Beacons have struck back with a run of their own here in the top of the third. That makes it tighter. It's 3-2. As his teammates mobbing him over there. How about that for Drew Metzdorf?
yeah, the Beacons have a nice little celebration going on there. But Keene State does still lead 3-2. See if they can maintain that lead here.
Yeah, and that ball just tagged the center. You figured that one off the bat, you're like, that probably had a chance, and it did indeed get out. So here's Aiden Blake. He's got 3 of his own this year for the Beacons. As we mentioned, he's also got 10 doubles to lead the team there. He's got 3 triples as well. 2 triples, excuse me. And 3:55 coming into play today. Recorded a sac fly back in the first, so no official at bat. On the ground foul down the third base side, and that'll even the count at 1-1.
A lot of people watching the game on that left side of the field. Hopefully they can get out of the way in time should a foul ball head their way.
Yeah, on that Keene State side, and we have a good turnout this afternoon as that one in the dirt for ball 2. Good day for a game, certainly, and a lot going on as well. Couldn't have asked for a better day, really, for all of it. pitch, that's low and away, ball 3. And the count now runs full at 3-2. So Floyd just looking to get out of the inning. Here's the 3-2. Up and in, ball 4, and that's the third free pass issued by Floyd, and the inning will continue for at least another batter as Blake gets on for his first time today.
Yeah, that home run might have rattled the bones of Floyd just a little bit here, maybe a little unsure on the mound, but he's looking to find his pace again with this at-bat.
You're almost out of that inning, and that's up and in for ball 1 on Corliss, the catcher. Yeah, he was almost out of the inning and then gives up that bomb to Metzdorf as we're going to get time called here. We'll have a meeting for Keene State as likely the pitching coach coming out, or one of the assistants, just to try to calm Floyd down a bit after things have somewhat gotten away here with 2 out. And sometimes that can be, we've talked about it before on the air, but that could sometimes be kind of almost one of the worst situations when you're a pitcher and you have 2 outs. And then you give up, let's say a home run, you give up a hit, something that keeps the inning going. And sometimes that last out can just be, honestly, the toughest to get.
Yeah, and it can be sometimes like morale. The morale gets low. If you can't get that last out, you kind of get disappointed in yourself. But sometimes all you need is that meeting at the mound that worked for the Beacons, as Ryan has been pretty silent with these batters. So hopefully Floyd can kind of find that same magic.
Yeah, Ryan sat down 6 in a row since allowing the first 3 to reach base. And culminating in the Chatfield home run, the 1-0 is fouled back. And that evens the count at 1-1. Blake at first. 1-1 pitch coming here to Corliss. 3-2 Owls in the top of the third, 2 out. Cut on a miss. Kind of a half-hearted swing there from the UMass catcher. And it runs to 1-2, so that conference appears to have worked a bit.
Yeah, it seems like Floyd has a lot of good finesse pitches in there, definitely confusing a fair amount of these batters.
1-2 from Floyd. In there for a call. No, that is ball 2. Everybody thought that was strike 3, including Corliss as well.
Yeah, even the ump, he almost started to do the K hand motion, and then he just stopped. And
they just pulled back. Yeah, I don't know. Coach Blood is out there having a word. Just trying to find out what's going on over there, but Corliss is still alive, and now it's 2-2. He didn't even think he was alive.
Yeah.
I mean, he thought that was strike 3. He started to walk off toward the dugout.
Yeah, as I said, even the ump almost did call that. I mean, we all make mistakes, I guess.
2-2. That time it's strike 3. So Corliss is down for real that time. After getting another chance, we'll head to the bottom of the third. The Beacons get a run back. It's 3-2 on the Owls Media Network.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Comprehensive learning is being able to adapt to experiences and apply the things that I learned. Being an athlete and juggling academics helped me grow as a person, and things that I've learned, I was able to apply it in another field, putting them into everyday life. Developing comprehensive learning helped me prioritize certain things to make sure I get to where I want to be.
Back here on the Owls Media Network in the bottom of the third inning, the Owls still hold a 3-2 lead over the Beacons of UMass-Boston. Big home run, though, there for Drew Metzdorf as he gets UMass right back in this one. They cut it to a 1-run game as we head to the bottom of the third, and the Owls will look to answer. They'll have top part of the order up here, it'll be Ehlers, Barnes, Chatfield, the 1-2-3 punch for Keene State, who scored all 3 runs for the Owls in that first inning. So we'll see if they can keep it going and at least get a run or two back here.
And I mean, these are the people that made the damage in that first inning, so.
And Ryan has been very tough to touch, though, since he's sat down the next 6 in order and struck out the side in order as well last inning. As Ehlers looked at strike 1, that's been a theme. And he goes after that one for strike 2. There's a reason why Ryan entered this game with a ERA of just .67. So Ehlers looking to stay alive, the 0-2. That will miss for ball 1. It looked like the ump might have rung him up there as well, but did not. Didn't start going through the motion, though, unlike the last one. Here comes the 1-2 to the Owls center fielder. Up and in, count runs even. Yeah, I think we said right off the air after, I think that was the definition of a makeup call.
Oh, yeah, that was definitely off the plate, but the ump needed to give that to him.
Ehlers pops it up. Under it is Palma. He'll make the catch for out number 1. So not a strikeout for Ryan, but he sits down Ehlers relatively fast on just 5 pitches for the first out. And now here's Barnes, who has got on base the hard way by getting hit in the head in that first inning. But thankfully he's okay, and we've seen that twice this year.
Yeah, I'm sure he's fine with getting hit and that at bat, allowing Chatfield to get those 3 runs in.
And he goes after that one for strike 1. I believe that was on a swing.
Yeah, a lot of half swings this game so far, pretty early on.
Yeah, Ryan's kept him off balance. And, I mean, you see that a lot, especially from really good pitchers. You know, sometimes the time you have to get to them is in the first inning because once they get into a groove, it's hard to touch them. As Barnes lines that one into right field for a base hit. So the first Owls base runner since the first inning. And they finally break up that streak of 7 in a row retired from Ryan. And looking to get something going, here's Chatfield once again. Drilled his 6th home run of the year in the first inning, and it was a 3-run blast over the right field wall. And we're going to keep that going. Go to 2 for 2 on the day, maybe add his 7th. I mean, we'll see.
And it looks like these softball games are starting to get underway.
Yeah, they have a doubleheader today with Western Connecticut, so we wish them good luck in that.
First for the visitors from Western Connecticut. Leading off, the second baseman, number 1.
Lacrosse and baseball both playing Boston. As that one will miss for ball 1 on Chatfield. The count runs even to 1-1.
Yeah, the last time we broadcasted together, I think the softball team was playing UMass-Boston, and they had a pretty intense few games with them.
Check on the runner, yeah, and Barnes is in a rundown. He's trying to get back. No, the ball gets away, and that's the second time today that UMass has thrown around on a rundown. The first inning, Ehlers got him one, and they threw it into right field, and he advanced all the way to third. So Barnes avoids that pickle, and he's into second base now with 1 out.
Yeah, you don't really see as many frequent errors as we have so far in this game. UMass just, I don't know, got to screw their heads on here. A little out of it seems like.
Yeah, some uncharacteristic errors certainly early on for the Beacons. So now another prime RBI spot here. Runner on second with 1 out. Here's the 1-1 from Ryan. Popped up, foul, and out of play into the lacrosse field once again.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting when they're mid-game because lacrosse is kind of a game that just goes. It doesn't really have little breaks like baseball does. So I wonder what they're going to do if a ball just lands in their field.
We saw it last week with women's lacrosse. There's the 1-2. Cut on a miss. Big swing. Chatfield cannot catch up to it. He becomes strikeout number 4 of the day for Ryan.
Yeah, that was a huge strikeout for Ryan there, as Chatfield probably Keene State's most dangerous hitter at the moment.
Yeah, so Dylan Ryan with his 4th K of the day, and now it'll be up to Josh Beon if the Owls want to tack on another run or two here. Barnes at second, 2 out. First pitch, up and away, ball 1. Beon had an RBI single last weekend in the second game against Plymouth State when the Owls won 6-0. On that complete game shutout again from Yakum, Jake Yakum, the left-hander, as that one's fouled back. We have a very good turnout this afternoon for baseball. I mean, we have a good turnout as well for softball. People filling up the stands as well as men's lacrosse. People starting to file in as we draw close to the opening face-off there at 1 o'clock. Here's the 1-1 coming from Ryan. And it's lined hard but foul and just off the fence there in left field. So look out if you're in one of those lawn chairs.
It's got to be pretty scary over there. I think the person that ball was hit pretty close to had their hands up, even though it wasn't even going over the fence. But
yeah, just reaction.
Yeah.
Whenever you got a ball coming at you that fast.
I would bring a glove if I sat over there.
1-2 is going to be through the hole for a base hit. Rounding third is Barnes. He's going to try to score. The throw will not be in time. Keene State with a big run there. An RBI single from Josh Beon. The Owls lead it 4-2 now. They get a run right back.
Yeah, that was amazing base running right there. Able to turn that single into an RBI. Able to get that run back, as you said, and pretty good at bat there for Beon.
Yeah, big run there for Keene. They get one back right after the home run from Metzdorf in the top half. And that's what you got to do today if you're Keene, because UMass-Boston will likely get some more runs. So you just got to keep grinding, keep getting those runs back if you can to stay in command of this one. Now here's Eaton. Beon getting a decent lead off of first.
Yeah, I totally agree with what you have to say there. This is kind of the team, UMass, where they're going to poke 1 or 2 runs every once in a while, so you always have to maintain that lead, as Keene State is doing.
That was ball 1 to Eaton, and now he takes strike 1 right down the heart of the plate. So Keene State's gotten to Dylan Ryan as he's through 2 2/3 innings and has allowed 4 earned. And that's on the ground to the second baseman, Blake. He'll fire to first in time, and that will end the inning. But the Owls get a big run back on the RBI single from Josh Beon.
College sports fans, get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headwear, championship gear, and more. Visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at ncaa.com/shop.
We're back here in the top half of inning number 4. Keene State extending their lead back to a 2-run lead, and it's 4-2 now here with the RBI single from Beon. So it'll be Palma, Zerilli, and Farnasi due up for the Beacons here. So that'll be 6, 7, and 8. As that'll miss high for ball 1 from David Floyd. So back to a 2-run lead. Floyd allowed the home run to Metzdorf in the top of the 3rd. Cut on a miss. And a big swing from Nick Palma. That's going to get down and into the gap. Ayers will run it down, but that's going to be a leadoff double for Nick Palma as he's in standing at second base. And UMass-Boston in a prime spot to strike right back here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah, as we said, this is the kind of team to, if you score a run, they're going to get one back. So not surprised to see that leadoff double there. We'll see if Floyd can kind of let it die with that hit, though.
Hey, here's Zerilli. He's 0 for 1. Up and in on him, and it gets out of the way. He gets out of the way for ball 1. So looking to work around a leadoff double is David Floyd. He's allowed the first 2 runs this season. His record, as he jackknifes out of the way, does Zerilli. That's 2-0. Owls getting somebody going in the bullpen. I think looks like Patrick McKeegan. If that's number 26, I think it is. That's blown away for ball 3, so Floyd in danger of first and second now with nobody out. If he can't battle back here, he's down 3-0 on the Beacon shortstop. Here's that 3-0. And he finally finds the plate for strike 1.
Yeah, I could definitely see this being a bullpen game for Keene State here.
Yeah,
gotta change it up against these batters.
That is Patrick McKeegan who's warming up to our left. Oh, and that hits Zerilli, and he's in a little bit of pain. But he runs it off. Chucks the bat in frustration. But he's on the hard way, and so it's first and second now. Still with nobody out for Farnese.
Yeah, Floyd kind of was throwing pretty inside that most of that at bat. He had to get out of the way of 2 of those pitches. Zerilli did, excuse me. So
yeah, coming in big time. Here's Bion as he shows bunt, but takes ball 1. Bion coming all the way in. But this is good, I think, if you're Bion, because if he fields that ball at first base and now Coach Blood coming out, if he fields that ball at first, you have a prime throw to third.
Yeah.
You get the lead runner there with the lefty arm.
It's also interesting to me to show bunt so early in the at-bat. You think you would kind of want to surprise the defense, but I guess they were pretty confident in their bunting ability.
Yeah, and Justin Blood, the head coach for Keene State in his second season, is out for a few words there with Floyd, just to try to get him to calm down, also maybe to buy some time for McKeegan, who's been warming up a bit in the bullpen. We'll see if he can work out of this jam. Farnese is ahead in the count 1-0. First and second, 1 out. And nobody out. Shows bunt again. That time he went around, though. That's strike 1. So the home plate umpire rings him up. Again, in comes Bion. Fouled away. It's 1-2.
I mean, not to dream big here, but the magic has been there for Keene State. Maybe a triple play is on the way here. Never know.
A lot would have to happen, but I mean, I guess if you get a grounder to third, tap third, and go to second for 2, and then first for all 3.
Never say never, right?
Yeah, we'll see if he shows bunt. He's not. Farnese pops it up down the left field side, but that's going to get out of play, foul. And it remains 1-2. Just a little pop-up there. First and second, nobody out. Owls in front, 4-2 in the top of the 4th. And a 1-2 coming from David Floyd. Here it is. Cut on a miss. He gets him. Big strikeout from David Floyd, and Farnese is down swinging for out number 1. Big out number 1, and now here's the left fielder Morrison, who's also 0 for 1 with a strikeout of his own. So it's been an up and down day for Floyd. He's now struck out 4 and he's walked 3. First pitch misses down low for ball 1 on Morrison.
Well, I guess now all we need is a double play. A lot more feasible of a action right there.
Yeah, this would be a big double play if Floyd can induce it. And that's away for ball 2. So he's falling behind again. Keene continues to fire in the pen. We'll see when that move gets made. Hopefully not this inning, as cut on a miss. Big swing, but coming up empty is Morrison, and it's 2-1.
Yeah, I believe that was Floyd's 69th pitch, so very well could be his last inning.
Another big swing and a miss from Morrison, and the count runs even at 2-2. So Floyd's been in trouble basically every inning. He has allowed the 2 runs, but it's been kind of a Houdini act the other innings to get out of it. And we'll see if that continues as he deals at 2-2. Fouled away. Just getting a piece of it was Morrison. He was pretty unsure on that swing, but he stays alive for at least another pitch.
Yeah, that might have been a lucky foul ball there, but either way, he is protecting, fighting for another chance as he got it.
First and second, 1 out. In the top of the 4th, 4-2 Owls. Here's the 2-2. Fouled away again. Not able to catch up to it, but he's staying alive. Getting some more look at Floyd, who again entered this at bat with 69 pitches, so he's getting up there for being in the 4th inning.
Yeah, and I mean, that's to be expected against a team like this one.
Check back to second, but back in safely is the runner Palma.
Pretty close play there. I wonder if Floyd threw like closer to the left side of the bag, they would have got him in time.
That one is up high for ball 3, and the count runs full, so he's got to throw a strike here to the number 9 man, Morrison. Big 3-2 coming. Crowd is on their feet a bit here early. Here it is. Come on, and missed. He gets him. Another big strikeout for David Floyd. That's his 5th of the day. So Coach Blood, though, is going to head out. So Floyd gets, as we'll be back in just a moment here on the Owls Media Network.
A single thread is unique. Like each of us, full of purpose and potential. A strand designed to connect, strengthen, and unite. But we face different challenges and have different opportunities. By acknowledging that others may struggle in ways we do not, we can celebrate our differences, embrace each other, and fortify the ties among us. A single thread can fray, yet when it's woven with another, a bond forms. A new strength created by the fabric of the whole. Let's embrace the fabric we make together, the diversity of our threads, to reach beyond ourselves and overcome the impossible. The true power of our game comes from unifying our individual backgrounds, connecting our unique stories, enabling us to be stronger, braver, greater. We can achieve so much more when we are all as one.
What a season! The confetti is going to fall. There she goes, and she's got it! How sweet is this, and how wonderful for the sport!
Back on here with the Owls Media Network with the pitching change. Patrick McKeegan comes on for Keene State as he looks to get out of trouble here. He's 1-0 with a 4.38 ERA, a 1.30 WHIP, so it's been a bit of a struggle for him as of late, but now working in relief and looking to get out of this jam as Floyd had first and second with nobody out, but he's gotten the next 2 outs and got a big strikeout of Morrison there. Now we'll see if McKeegan can finish it off and get out of the 4th with a 4-2 lead still.
Yeah, as we discussed off air, it seems like they took Floyd out, as that would have been Parker's third time seeing Floyd, so maybe they wanted that better matchup. We'll see if it works out for them today.
Yeah, Floyd's kind of worked, I believe he worked in the Castleton game, kind of out of the bullpen a little bit more, so kind of the opener mentality. Not expecting him to work too deep into the game, as he's still on the hook with 3 2/3 innings. So here is Parker. Looks at strike one from McKeegan. So Breon Parker's 0 for 2, and he's fanned once.
Yeah, knock on wood here, but if McKeegan can get out of this inning, that would be a pretty good performance for Floyd today.
Be a big lift on the ground of Chatfield at third. He takes it himself, and he is out of trouble. So the Owls get into a bit of trouble there, but they get out.
I remember writing in the 2nd grade that I wanted to be a teacher, and I always knew that outside of school, my Jaju would quiz me on my math facts and read with me. It showed me that even though I had challenges in school, there were still people who wanted to help me. In high school, I knew I had to work harder than everyone else to get the same results, but I had teachers that would help me in subject areas outside of their own because they could relate to how I felt. The way these interactions with my Jaju and my teachers made me feel while I was learning is the inspiration for how I'd like my students to feel. I'm able to build relationships and be vulnerable with my students when they're struggling because I've been in their shoes and I know exactly how they feel. Being able to relate to them from my own experience has become a massive asset in becoming a teacher.
Back on here in the bottom half of the 4th. Keene State still in command 4-2 over the Beacons of UMass-Boston here in game 1. As Dylan Ryan is back on for what would be his 4th inning of work if he can get through it all. And he's only thrown 52 pitches, so he's been pretty economical through the first 3. But the Owls have gotten to him for 4 earned runs, so a bit of a change today is coming in. He had an ERA under 1 at .67, so he was very hard to hit entering today, but the Owls have gotten to him so far.
Leading off the 4th inning for the Owls, the left fielder, number 17, Nate Hudson.
So Nate Hudson will lead off. He's 0 for 1. So at the end of the day, David Floyd gets through 3 2/3 as showing bunt going around for strike 1 was Hudson. David Floyd gets through 3 2/3 with 2 earned runs, and that'll close the line score on him as McKeegan was able to get out of it with nothing allowed there. Hudson takes strike 2.
Yeah, I believe he got around 5 strikeouts in his performance too, you know, especially against a team like this. So I think that would be considered a pretty good outing for Floyd today.
Yeah, 5 strikeouts to 3 walks. Hudson just outside, and count runs to 1-2. So the Owls are going to plate some more, just keep that offense moving in the middle of the order here. 6, 7, and 8. Hudson looks at ball 2, and he's run the count even now.
Yeah, Ryan, we're looking at it around like 50, I want to say 55 pitches. So he's still fairly fresh out there, considering on how he does. I wonder if he will stay in for a couple more here.
Yeah, as Hudson fouled that away, foul tip, the Corliss could not hang on to it behind the dish. So he remains alive, still at 2-2. Yeah, I mean, you would think they would want Ryan to work as deep as he can into this game, save the bullpen, especially if you need it in either of these games. Hudson fouls that one away. So putting up a good battle here. He fell behind 0-2, but he's worked it even and fouled off some tough pitches. As Santos is on deck. Here's another 2-2 from Ryan. Missing for ball 3, and it's run full.
Good things seem to be happening over at the lacrosse field, as it looks like everyone is cheering in the stands.
Looks like the Owls got another goal. We heard they went up 1-0, I believe. 3-2, fouled away again by Hudson right over us, and into the softball netting. Thought maybe it would go onto the field, but now it rolls onto the field. So another 3-2 from Ryan, trying to look for his 5th K of the day. Here it is. And it misses low and away for ball 4. Great at bat from Nate Hudson as he draws a leadoff walk. He was down 0-2, and he battled all the way back. So That's the first walk of the day for Ryan. And that'll set it up for Junior Santos as we'll have a mound visit here. And we're probably won't have a pitching change. I don't see anything too significant going on in the Beacon pen. We'll see. This will just be a conference to try to get things back in order.
Yeah, I don't think they have anyone warming up, but the bullpen they do have some players moving around out there.
Yeah, they'll probably get somebody warming, I would suspect. Not really based off of pitch count, but just Ryan has not, while he struck out 4, he hasn't had his best stuff either. I mean, he's allowed the 4 runs, including the first inning homer to Chatfield, so. See, that's an ERA. If he gets through this inning with no runs, that's an ERA of 9 on the day. So, obviously equates to a run an inning. So, not very good there, but.
Seems like Keene State softball is down 1 at the moment.
Yeah, looking to get to WestCon over there. As Coach Blood puts on a sign at third for the shortstop, Santos. Santos is 0 for 1. And he struck out his first time up against Dylan Ryan. Shows bunt, pulls it back for ball 1. And we'll see if they continue to play some small ball here. I love the approach today for Keene. Trying to get to the Beacons, not particularly by hitting the ball hard, just moving guys along on base.
There's a lot of MLB teams that could definitely learn from that.
From the small ball approach, yeah.
Yes.
Certainly, it's kind of become more of a lost art in baseball today with the emphasis on a lot of home runs and stuff like that. But Santos shows bunt again, and he takes ball 2. So they're kind of distracting Ryan a bit here. He's falling behind 2-0 with the bunts shown from Santos, and Hudson getting a decent lead at first after drawing the leadoff walk. "2-0" will not be made as they check back in on the Owls left fielder, and he's back in safely.
Yeah, Santos he's pretty sound at getting that bunt hit or sacrifice here. I wonder if no matter what, he's just going to show bunt.
Hudson pulls it back again, and it's 3-0.
Yeah, it's kind of working out for Santos. He either walks or moves the runner with a bunt. He'll take either.
Yeah, you would suspect the bunt will very much still be on with 3-0, and maybe he'll draw a walk too. I mean, he hasn't thrown anything competitive to him. Nope, he's taken all the way. Didn't show bunt, and that's strike 1.
Coach Blood with another sign right here.
Yeah, you can afford another foul bunt here if he does it. He is going to show bunt. Hudson, and he gets it down perfectly. That'll get Hudson to second. Throw to first is off the bag. More sloppy defense today from UMass-Boston. And Santos is going to be safe as well on should be an E1 on the pitcher, Ryan. So that'll be first and second now with nobody out for Keene State. So the bunt would have worked out perfectly, but the throw also, just a weak throw, and it pulled Palma off the bag.
Yeah, it's really no words to describe the amount of mishaps we've seen on the Beacons end. I'm sure after this doubleheader, it'll be a pretty long bus ride home for the Beacons.
Yeah, that's another error. That'll be the second of the day, and that's an E1 on the pitcher. So sacrifice bunt with an error, and they're going to bunt again. Throw's going to go to third. They're going to get the lead runner, Hudson. Nice play by Palma, the first baseman, as he fires in to Betzdorf to get the fourth. So that was perfect for UMass-Boston.
Yeah, that was a pretty good, bounce back sort of out there for UMass, especially after that mishap. A little unfortunate for Keene State. I'm sure they were looking to get runners on second and third. Instead, they are left with the same position they were just in, just with one out now.
Yeah, so here's Wyatt Daft. He's 0 for 1. Struck out once. That's one of the 4 strikeouts today for Ryan. 4 strikeouts to 1 walk. And that walk was erased with Hudson being the out at third. Fouled away. 4-strike-1, and Santos standing at second as a result of the sack bunt error. So there was a leadoff walk to Hudson, then the sack bunt error that allowed Santos to get to first, and Callie on with the bunt as well. Quickly 0-2 now on Daft as he fouls that one away. And it lands in the lacrosse field once again.
You know, it's like the refs over there have that under control, though, as they pick him up and throw him back. It's not really stopping the flow of the game, though, which is nice.
Yeah, Keene State seems to be off to a good start in terms of lacrosse against Boston, UMass-Boston as well. Here's the 0-2 from Ryan. Strike 3 called. Daft didn't like the call, but he's out number 2. That's the 5th K of the day for Dylan Ryan. And it gets into the top of the order, so the Owls trying not to squander a prime scoring opportunity here in the bottom of the 4th. It's back to the top of the order, and Tommy Ehlers is 1 for 2. Had a swinging bunt single in the first inning.
Yeah, I mean, they put Ehlers in the one spot for positions like this. We'll see if he can pull through.
And he looks at strike 1 from Ryan, who's, again, battled back nicely after getting into some trouble, some of his own making, with that throwing error to first that allowed Santos to reach.
As UMass-Boston seems to have some signs of their own going on here.
Here's the 0-1 to Ehlers. Strike 2. Filling up the zone.
Yeah, that one looked a little high, but nonetheless, the called it a strike. A lot of no swing strikes from Keene State as of late, looking to put the bat on one of these.
Yeah, here's the 0-2 to Ehlers. Ball 1. And it would appear that longtime former baseball head coach Ken Howe is in attendance today over on the left side. So look, cheering on his former team after he retired just a couple of years ago after, I believe, 35 long seasons with the Owls and a lot of success. The 1-2 is cut on a miss, and Ehlers goes down swinging. So Ryan works out of trouble after that early jam, and it's still 4-2 Owls here on the Owls Media Network.
I pledge.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
Back here in the top of the 5th on the Owls Media Network, Keene State leading this one 4-2, and they're also leading UMass-Boston 4-0 over on the men's lacrosse field. As that was a rematch of last year's LEC championship, where the Owls fell 7-6 in 4 overtimes, the longest championship game in men's lacrosse championship game in LEC history by far.
That's got to be quite the heartbreaking loss too. 4, what was it, overtimes you said?
Yeah, and a pretty low-scoring game for lacrosse. I mean, 7-6 is not a ton of goals overall.
Just to lose by 1 point after all that time in the game must be pretty heartbreaking, though.
Yeah, and it's a program here at Keene State that always has a lot of expectations, the men's lacrosse program. They've won a lot of LEC championships and probably a disappointment last year. But here's Govea, the right fielder, and he looks at ball 1 in the dirt. As we're underway in the top of the 5th, game moving along at a steady pace. Not as fast as the Plymouth game from last week, but still moving. Looks at ball 2. So Patrick McKeegan on for his first full inning of work, if he can get through it. He struck out Breon Parker to get out of the top half of the fourth, and he fires in strike one to Govea. And Govea is 1 for 2 on the day with a hit in the first. And he grounds one to Beon, handles it easily for the first out as he taps the bag. One away here in the top of the fifth.
Yeah, pretty quick out for McKeegan there. Fresh out of the bullpen. We'll see if he can continue.
So here's Drew Metzdorf. He has an RBI, and of course that came on the home run earlier in the day. And that, I believe, was either his first or his second of this season. Looking on the UMass-Boston site, they have him at 1 home run. Can't tell if that was edited after that or if that was entering today. So either way, it was a blast to center field.
Oh, yeah, that one got out.
So he looked at ball one, and he hits it in the air to center again. This time, it's going to be caught by Ehlers on the track for out number 2. Another ball stung by the Beacon's third baseman, but that time it will stay in the yard. Hard out for out number 2.
Yeah, maybe in a different ballpark that would have easily gone out. That was also ripped right to right center, but luckily this time Ehlers was able to get under it and get that out.
Yeah, hung up just enough. It was a line drive to right center. It hung up just long enough in that gap to where Ehlers could run it down on the warning track. So 2 up, 2 down quickly for McKeegan. And he fires in strike one to Aiden Blake, who does not have a recorded at bat today. He has a sac fly in the first inning and took a walk in the third. And that's popped up in the air to right. Eaton looking to run it down. He will not have it.
Looks like that went in the bullpen.
Yeah, went in the bullpen. Kind of tough to see from this angle. So we're blocked off kind of by the glass. So that will be strike 2 on Blake, and he's down 0-2 very quickly. And we'll see if McKeegan can get a 1-2-3 here in the top of the fifth. That would be just what the doctor ordered. Try to hold a 4-2 lead. Here comes an 0-2. And that's lined into left field, a base hit. So good piece of 2-strike hitting for Aiden Blake. He's aboard with 2 away with his first hit of the day. So he's 1 for 1 on the line score.
Yeah, as you said, you know, that last out can really be the hardest one to get sometimes, as I'm sure McKeegan is not looking to give up a 2-out single, but he's got to work out of it now.
Yeah, so that'll bring tying run to the plate in Craig Corliss, the catcher, who's 0 for 1. But he's also taking a walk as they throw back over. Back safely is Blake. And you would imagine Blake a guy who can run quite a bit.
At the plate, the shortstop, number 19, Sarah.
Comes the 1-0. In for strike 1 on the UMass-Boston catcher.
Interesting take by him. He kind of didn't really change his position and just stood there and took it.
Yeah, remember, Craig Corliss was rang up as he takes ball 2, run it to 2-1. Corliss was rung up on
that makeup pitch.
The makeup strike 3 call, which he certainly thought he was down looking the pitch before. But then kind of a makeup call from the plate umpire on the next pitch, and he looks at ball 3. So the count 3-1, a good hitter's count. And we'll see if it's 2-1 as they made a look over to first on one of those pitches. Here's 2-1, and that is ball 3. So runs to 3-1 now. A little bit of 2-out trouble from McKeegan. He allowed the 0-2 pitch to Blake for a base hit to left. And now looking to battle back on Corliss. Here's the 3-1. That'll miss for ball 4. So Corliss has had a good eye at the plate today. He draws his second walk. It's now first and second with 2 out. So a little bit of trouble brewing for McKeegan. We'll see if he can get out of it. with Palma, who's 1 for 2, stepping up to the dish for his 4th at bat, or his 3rd at bat. First pitch from McKeegan, high ball 1. He's had an issue getting strikes thrown over the plate here over the last couple hitters. At least over Corliss as he walked him on 5 pitches. And that one's in for strike 1, so he finds the plate there to even the count at 1-1.
Yeah, very, I don't know what the word is for it, but interesting strike zone today.
Yeah, he seems to be giving him that upper part of the plate. The lower part of the plate seems to be missing. And that one for strike 2, it looked like he might have got the outside edge. So he seems to be giving him the outside kind of up as well. But
yeah, very top friendly, I would say.
Lower quadrant of the strike zone seems to be where it's been tough to come by. Here's the 1-2 in the air to left. It'll hang out for Hudson. He'll make the catch, and the Owls get out of the inning. Still in front 4-2 as we head to the bottom half here of the 5th. 4-2 Owls on the Owls Media Network. Back here on the Owls Media Network, the bottom half of the 5th inning, and today across Major League Baseball is Jackie Robinson Day, April 15th. Of course, don't have enough uniforms for each player in this one to wear 42, but worth noting.
In spirit, they're all wearing 42.
And it's also the 10th anniversary, crazy enough, of the Boston Marathon bombing, which happened April 15th, 2013. So pretty crazy that it's already been 10 years since that day, but here we are.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a very big day for Boston over there.
Yeah, taking on the Angels this afternoon at 4:10.
I'm sure they'll have a little ceremony for the
they mentioned
bombing.
Mentioned doing something pregame, I think, with some of the survivors, and obviously the victims are being honored.
That's awesome.
So,
love to see that.
But nonetheless, here's Hamilton Barnes to dig in as he looks at ball 1. So Barnes is 1 for 1. He's also been hit by a pitch in the first. So he's had 2 at-bats. This is his 3rd of the day. Coming here in the 5th off of Dylan Ryan. And he grounds it to 3rd. Nice play there. No, it gets through Metzdorf. Barnes heads for 2nd. He's going to have a double to lead things off. Looked like Metzdorf had it, but it got under the glove. Leadoff double for Hamilton Barnes.
Yeah, a little bit of an illusion there. He definitely played it correctly. The ball just somehow snuck by him, but he was there. But nonetheless, it got through. Barnes with a nice double.
Now here's Chatfield. He's 1 for 2. 3-run homer in the first. Struck out in the 3rd, swinging. And we'll see if he can come through. He's got a man on. Duck on the pond here at second base with nobody out. And he looks at strike 1 from Ryan.
Yeah, another high strike right there. Barnes had good speed, though. That easily could have stayed a single, but he took advantage of the ball kind of rolling slowly down that left field line, turning into a double.
Big swing from Chatfield, and then once again, he can't catch up to it. So it's 0-2 as he shakes his head, wanting to catch up to that ball. But a good pitch there from Ryan. He's quickly ahead, 0-2. So it's 4-2 Owls here, bottom of the fifth. Barnes at second, nobody out. 0-2. Cut on a miss. Another big swing from Chatfield, but
Minded after that big home run he had in the first inning. Definitely a little frustrated with himself there.
yeah, you kind of have to shorten up. But Barnes definitely, or Chatfield definitely going for the downs there on all three pitches, especially on the last two. So here's Josh Beon, 1 for 2. Has an RBI, and he pops it up. Metzdorf running it down at third, and he makes a nice play. Good play there by Drew Metzdorf, kind of with the ball coming into his back, and he had to make a backhanded catch, not looking right at the ball either. That's a nice play. Not easy there at third, and that's out number 2.
Definitely not. Yeah, nice catch.
So there's quickly 2 down after the leadoff double to Hamilton Barnes. And now it's going to be up to Brendan Eaton to pick up this run from second with 2 away. And Eaton's been quiet so far. He's 0 for 2. Although has not struck out so far. First pitch from Ryan is low for ball 1. So Ryan is at 80 pitches. That was number 81 there on the day, as he's through 4 2/3 with 4 earned. Here's the 1-0. And that's on the ground at first, but fielded by Palma. He'll take it himself, and that will end the inning. So the Owls waste the leadoff double. We'll head to the top of the 6th, still in front, 4-2.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade, from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class dismissed.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions, with exclusive access.
This is your ticket to the NCAA tournament.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com, the home of college sports.
We're back here, top half of the 6th on the Owls Media Network. Keene State still in command, 4-2. And Patrick McKeegan, who's worked an inning in the 3rd, back out there again, trying to keep the Beacons off the board still. As they've gotten 2. They got 1 in the 1st on a sac fly, and they got 1 in the 3rd as well, the sac fly from Blake and the home run from Metzdorf in the 3rd. We're talking about it in the break. Fun fact, Drew Metzdorf, the 3rd baseman for UMass-Boston, is a 3-time transfer. He began his career, played a couple of years at the flagship UMass University, UMass Amherst, so Division I, and then transferred to Plymouth before coming to UMass-Boston. So it's been a good journey for him.
Yeah, he's definitely seen more than one UMass here.
Second UMass.
Yeah, right. And we were joking about him being a Mets fan, but we assume he's a Red Sox fan considering he's from Burlington, Mass.
Yeah, just under 30 minutes outside of Boston. So quickly ahead 2-0 here is Zerilli, the shortstop, as McKeegan looking to battle back. And it's 3-0 now on Zerilli. So we'll see if McKeegan can avoid a leadoff walk. The Owls have some work going in the pen. That'll be ball 4. So Zerilli is aboard with a 4-pitch walk. He's also been hit by a pitch in this game, so he's been aboard a couple of times. As the Owls have work in their bullpen, as that is Sean Brennan, number 4. And in fact, right as we speak of Sean Brennan, it appears he's going to come into this game as Justin Blood will make the pitching change. So we'll be right back in a moment here on the Owls Media Network.
College sports fans, get ready for game day with officially licensed merchandise from the NCAA official online shop, ncaa.com/shop. Get the whole family geared up with the best collection of apparel and accessories, including t-shirts, sweatshirts, headwear, championship gear, and more. Visit the NCAA shop for today's special offer and rep your favorite team now. Only at ncaa.com/.
Our campus can be pretty quiet during the summer, but we're still here to show you what your life at Keene State will be like. I'm Emma, a tour guide of the admissions office, and I'm here to answer your questions and show you the parts of our community you're interested in seeing most. You can book a tour at keene.edu/visit or reach out to any of our admissions staff to find out when you can come see our home. Here's a sneak peek at what a tour is like.
Back here on the Owls Media Network, Owls making the pitching change. It's Sean Brennan. He has no wins or losses on the year with an ERA of 1.35, so he's been very good in 4 appearances out of the bullpen. And this will be his 5th today. We'll see if he can keep that going as he inherits runner at first in Zerilli after the leadoff walk, and nobody out here in the top of the 6th. So he'll get Farnese, the DH. He's going to show bunt, pulls it back for ball 1. And Sean, of course, we mentioned on the broadcast before, the brother of Troy Brennan, also another reliever for Keene State, and one of the many freshmen on this Keene State team this year. But he's been very good.
Yeah, I was going to say part of the Brennan bros out there.
Brennan brothers, yeah. So he's behind, though, 2-0 on the designated hitter, Farnese. And this time, Farnese's swinging. He takes a big cut. That'll miss for strike 1.
He wanted that one out of here. Definitely huge cut by him.
Yeah, he was thinking about tying the game right there with that swing. So it'll be a 2-1. Zerilli leading a bit at first. Chatfield comes in on the bunt possibility, and it's fouled back. So the count runs even now at 2-2. Brennan battling back. Looking for a ground ball right at somebody right here. Could double him up. If you're Keene State. Here's the 2-2. Just misses for ball 3. Didn't look like it was too bad of a pitch, but the count runs full. Big pitch early here for Brennan.
Yeah, maybe a little inside as Fernacci kind of stepped out of the way, but for us it definitely looked like it was pretty close.
3-2. In there for a called strike 3. Farnese thought he had ball 4, but he is out number 1. Big strikeout from Sean Brennan as he comes in and gets his first man, and there's 1 away.
I'm not going to lie, I also thought that was ball 4, a little low there, but...
Yeah, the zone's been a little inconsistent in game 1. Again, we've seen a lot of high strikes, but a lot of those pitches that seem, at least from here down the middle, have been either, kind of half balls, half strikes, so you don't really know what to expect. Out of the plate umpire, it'll be Morrison now digging in. Or excuse me, we're going to have a pinch hitter for the Beacons, as that'll be
Chris Ducko, I believe.
Yeah, Chris Ducko stepping in. And he looks at ball 1. No, yeah, he did not swing, so that's ball 1. Yeah, Chris Ducko, number 5, the senior outfielder. Duco, yeah, senior outfielder out of Dedham, Mass. Has that one in the air to center, but right at Ehlers. He'll handle it for the second out. 2-pitch flyout, and there's 2 away. So Duco is retired on just 2 pitches for the second out. And now it'll go back to the top of the order for Breon Parker, who's 0 for 3. It's been a tough day thus far at the plate for him, but get his 4th swing here, and he struck out once. So Duco can't do anything. He flies out. Zerilli's still at first after the leadoff walk, and that is in for strike 1. So Brennan's been good, been around the plate as he inherited the runner at first with nobody out from McKeegan. 0-1, strike 2. As Parker gave a look back to the home plate umpire, and a lot of hitters have been kind of frazzled at the plate today, not really seeming to appreciate that zone. Here's an 0-2. Grounded foul, and he just stays alive as he gets a piece. So it remains 0-2.
As people would say, we need the robot umpires in, right?
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Or have like a,
challenge the
one
call
of those
or something.
earpieces in
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Called in New York.
0-2. Owls thought they had him rung up, but once again, that is a ball. So
Yeah.
another pitch, they thought they had strike 3.
Wow.
And it is called a ball. So it's 1-2. Parker's still alive. Here it is. That one definitely a ball. That's blown away. Count runs even. Gallo's still in front. 4-2. On the ground to short. Santos can't field it cleanly. It gets away. And Parker will be aboard. I think that might be a base hit. It was a hard liner. Santos could not field it cleanly.
Yeah, I mean, pretty tough bounce for Santos right there. His glove was in the right spot, but it kind of looked like it hit his glove and bounced out almost. And unfortunately, unable to make that play.
So now here's a chance for Justin Govea. 1 for 3. Had that base hit back in the first inning. And then went first to third. Shortly after, came around to score. First run of the day overall for UMass-Boston as he looks at ball 1. So Brennan trying to shake off that hit. I know they are going to rule that an error, so an E6 on Santos. As he grounds that right back to Brennan. He can't field it cleanly. Throw to first. In time, he gathered up just in time to get him, and that won the inning. So the Owls go to the bottom of the 6th. So in front, 4-2 on the Owls Media Network. Mariano Jimenez coming on for UMass-Boston, the sophomore out of Waltham, Massachusetts. And so we get our first big defensive change of the day coming for UMass-Boston as the Owls will bat here in the bottom of the 6th. Hudson, Santos, Cowley, 6, 7, 8 do up for Keene. And Hudson's had a decent day. He's 0 for 1, but he also has drawn a walk as Ryan back in there coming in at 82 pitches to start the inning, so not in terrible shape. Looking to get through 6 at least. And Hudson goes after the first pitch, grounds one to short. Throw to first is in time. Nice play there by Zerilli as he makes a good play for out number 1 at short.
Yeah, that was a great play. He kind of had to slide to it, get that little extra speed from that slide. Made a great throw to first.
So that's 1 pitch and 1 out as Hudson is set down.
Yeah, unfortunately, maybe if a different runner was running, that would have been a single, but Hudson just not able to get there in time.
Yeah, not quite the speed that you have at the top of the order, but that's typical. Usually you want the fastest guys to get on base early and be able to run, as Santos couldn't hold up there. He goes after that one in the dirt for strike 1. So the 0-1 is in for strike 2, and working ahead again quickly is Ryan. Going to get through this 6th inning cleanly, still with the Owls in front 4-2. An 0-2 coming to Santos, just off the plate, ball 1. Santos looking to get something going here for the Owls in the 6th. They haven't scored since the 3rd, but neither has UMass-Boston. As that one fouled away off the catcher, Corliss, and he'll take a minute to compose himself. Tough ball to take there off yourself. Umpire will give him a second.
Yeah, the bottom half of this lineup hasn't really been super productive, rather quiet. Hopefully Santos will change that, but the first 4 in the lineup, being Ehlers, Barnes, Chatfield, and Bion, have produced, but the second half looking to put some damage on there as well.
There's a 1-2. Line softly to the first baseman, Palma. He'll gather it, throw to the pitcher, Ryan, and that is out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down pretty fast here for the other strikeout. Has a little side.
Boy, I mean, this is just only 1 goal for UMass-Boston here with just over 6 to go in the first half. Absolute dominance by the Owls. Charlie Giuliotti obviously looking great in net. And he's going to creep out there again.
This time make sure not to go over half field himself. Instead he finds a pass. Now Wiedenfeld's shot with the left hand is wide. And mentioning that Keene State has only given up 1 goal, they're up to the challenge, at least so far, that I mentioned pregame. This is definitely one of the better offenses Keene State has seen all year. And
oh, for sure.
The challenge has been lived up to. As UMass-Boston is going to turn it over again.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, their 2 leading goal scorers, Admirand with 54 and Connor Smith with 41 on the season coming into today. Absolutely insane, but Owls have found out to shut that down. Neither of them scoring the 1 goal for the Beacons today, so Owls have found success shutting down the 2 major components of that offense. They get a 9-1 lead out of it.
Now it's quiet with it. Macarini behind the net. Macarini shot into the stick of Copy. There's going to be a penalty flag thrown against Keene State. I believe it's going to be on Rex Macarini.
Yeah, maybe a little unnecessary roughness or something rather. A little heavy on the contact, and flag went up.
Macarini's going to be called for tripping, and that penalty is going to be a minute long.
Yeah, so Beacon's team will have a advantage here for a minute, see if they can take advantage of that and maybe put a goal or two in. I mean, if you're going into half 9-1 deficit against a team that's been playing that sort of defense today, I mean that's tough. So if they get this minute here, they gotta find something at least. You hope they. As a UMass fan, you'd hope they can find the net at least once in this next minute. It's gonna be a errant pass there.
It's Luke Murphy with it for UMass-Boston. Chapman finds Smith behind the net now. And Moran. Oh, excuse me, it was Finnerty who had it, but now turns it over. Smith's shot is going to be blocked and goes out of bounds, and it's a good block there from Michael Sheridan. Connor Smith, now 10 seconds on the penalty. Smith, what a save by Giuliotti. And Connor Smith is going to be called for the crease violation. Again. Sheridan to Doan. Now it's Connor Woods with it. His pass is going to go over the head of Andrew Miller. Souza. Now to Lancaster. Tadone's pass, a bit high, but Souza corrals it. Connor Woods makes his move and now gives it off to Souza again. Tim Souza with 15 on the shot clock. Lancaster beats one, shot is wide. Now just 8 seconds on the shot clock.
Yeah, Lancaster a little smaller than most of the players out there, but from what I've seen from him this year, just super quick and can make those moves and get past the defender when he has to. That timeout is going to take us to another break. We'll be back in just a moment.
Our campus can be pretty quiet during the summer, but we're still here to show you what your life at Keene State will be like. I'm Emma, a tour guide of the admissions office, and I'm here to answer your questions and show you the parts of our community you're interested in seeing most. You can book a tour at keene.edu/visit or reach out to any of our admissions staff to find out when you can come see our home. Here's a sneak peek at what a tour is like.
We are back after the timeout called by Keene State. Trying to get something quick here with only 8 seconds on the shot clock. It's going to be Colby Quiet. 5. And a shot from... That was Tim Kelleher, and his shot was over the net.
Tim scored that.
Beacons able to clear successfully. Trying to get something going. Approaching 2 minutes remaining in this second quarter.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, 9-1 deficit going into the half against a team who hasn't given you really anything offensively. It's tough, you know, this Beacons team, if they really want a chance to come back in this game, I think they got to put up at least a goal in these next 2 minutes before the half ends.
About a 4-second difference between shot and game clock. Excuse me, that's not correct. Tibbs are now with it. And UMass-Boston is going to get possession after the whistle, after the fight for the ball from a couple of Owls players. Shot comes in and it's going to be wide.
We got less than a minute here. This first half. Can't see that from home because still having some technical difficulties. Hoping those will be fixed come second half. But Owls lead 9-1 with 49 seconds to go in this half.
Chapman. Now it's Hendricks behind the net. Approaching 30 seconds left in this first half. Hendricks tries to find the pass, and Hayden Finnerty's going to be able to scoop up the loose ball. Going to be hit from behind. Going to get a whistle. It looks like UMass-Boston is going to get possession. Now 15 seconds remain. Good help defense, and Tavera is able to knock it loose. The double comes, and the ball goes out of bounds. Great defense from Colby Quiets and Hunter Tavares there. And that's going to bring it to the end of the second quarter. After one half of play, Keene State leads 9-1. Make sure to join us back in about 10 minutes for second half action.
He's showing that double steal. Definitely good design there by UMass-Boston. It pulled Chatfield towards third, and that allowed that ball to get through. It would have probably been a ground out, maybe double play to end the inning, but instead it's an RBI single for Jimenez. As looking at ball one there is Breon Parker for his 5th at-bat of the day, but he's yet to record a hit. He's 0 for 4. And Owls looking to keep it that way. Keep this a 2-run game as things have just gotten away here in the 7th. Count on a miss, big swing and a miss. Count runs even on the Beacons leadoff hitter, center fielder. Or in the number of his position number as well, number 8. A 1-1, high and away for ball 2. So Jimenez at first, Burris at third. Check back to Jimenez, but he dives in safely.
I was going to say these runners, even the Burris at third, are posing some threats for Cali.
That was a good pinch hitting appearance there from Burris as well, as he went after that first pitch and gave the Beacons the lead. Check back again, but pretty easily in is Mariano Jimenez. It'll be a 2-1 upcoming if it's made by Zena to Parker. Showing bunt, and he goes around for strike 2. Owls just looking to stay within striking distance. They entered this inning obviously in the lead 4-2. Have allowed 4 so far, but looking to keep it close. Obviously you only have 3 more chances to hit left.
All started with that Metzdorf home run, too.
Yeah, and that's in the air to right. Eaton is under it. Coming in a bit now. He'll make the catch. Tagging from third is Burris. He will score without a throw. And that'll make it 7-4. So an RBI on the sac fly makes it 7-4 from Parker. And he at least now has an RBI in the day. 7-4 Beacons.
Yeah, Ian out and right. A little hesitant on where he was there, which allowed the runner to tag from third. I wonder if Ian was a little bit more under that, he would have had a better throw home, maybe gone Burris out, but instead it's 7-4.
Thought it might drop in front of him, and there's virtually no breeze today at all, too, so there was no way for the wind to knock that ball to go that first inning. And Jimenez still at first. He's going. Throw from Cali is not in time, as it was a called strike 2. So it's 0-2 on Govea, but now he's got an RBI chance with Jimenez moving down to second on the stolen base. 7-4 Beacons, top of the 7th, 2 out, runner on second. And an 0-2 from Zena. On the ground to second, Barnes has it, throws to first in time, but a 5 spot there from the UMass-Boston Beacons. They take a 7-4 lead heading to the bottom of the 7th on the Owls Media Network.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school, it's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Back on here on the Owls Media Network as we'll get a pitching change for UMass-Boston. As relieving Dylan Ryan is Thomas Kearse, the lefty, number 31. And That's the first pitching change of the day for UMass-Boston. After they have taken a 7-4 lead, they surged in the top of that 7th inning. Led off on the home run by Metzdorf, who's just been a pain in the Owls' side today, thorn in their side. 3 hits, including a pair of solo shots, and they used that momentum to surge to a 7-4 lead. So we'll see what they get out of Kearse, the senior from Cohasset, Mass. And Owls looking to rally a bit. Leading off, it'll be the replacement at DH for the Owls. It'll be Malik Pearson.
Replacing Daft.
Yeah, comes in for Wyatt Daft, as I blanked on his name for a sec.
Kearse for his stat line, he's got a 2.92 ERA, 1.38 WHIP, and he's 3-2 on the year. So formidable opponent on the mound.
Yeah, been steady out of their bullpen. The Owls just trying to put a crack in that armor. As Malik Pearson steps in. At the DH spot, now batting out of the 9 hole.
Number 2, Jordan Carbone.
And he would be followed by Ehlers and Barnes. 9-1-2 due up in the Owls order. So Pearson taking his first cuts of the day. As he faces Kearse. Here's the first pitch. Strike 1. And definitely a frustrating top inning for the Owls. They had a 4-2 lead, but obviously giving up all those 5, and now trying to rally here. That's on the ground to Palma. Takes it himself. That's a quick first out in the bottom of the 7th. And that'll get it to the top of the order. Here's Tommy Ehlers.
And not really what you want to see out of a pinch hitter spot there, but we do have the top of the lineup coming up, so hopefully we can get some runs across here.
Some momentum going. Owls haven't scored still since the 3rd. Showing bunt is Ehlers, but he pulls it back for ball 1.
Just missed too.
Yeah, didn't miss by too much. Ehlers is 1 for 3. He's also struck out once, and that hit was way back in the 1st to lead off the home half for the Owls. Foul back for strike 1. Ehlers, one of the, again, many freshmen on this Keene team this year. Out of Salem, New Hampshire, went to Salem High School, home of the Blue Devils. And he looks at ball 2.
For the Wolves in the top of the 6th, 2 runs on 2 hits. No Keene State errors. 1 was left on base.
Yeah, you're kind of hoping that giving up that 5 spot doesn't really kill the morale of the team, so they can put together some good at-bats.
Yeah, looking at strike 2 was Ehlers. Count runs even for Kearse.
The thing I've noticed is a lot of these Keene State batters just let these balls that kind of go right down the middle of this, just let them by, not really taking some bites at these.
Yeah, you wonder, as that's line, but it's going to be fouled on the left field side. Yeah, you wonder if Keene maybe has to be a bit more aggressive, a bit less selective, given how many strikes that Kearse has thrown and how many strikes UMass-Boston as a team has thrown today. As Ryan was around the plate all day, didn't throw many balls, only walked a guy and struck out 8. So
especially with only 8 chances left in the game.
And that's on the ground to short. Zerilli has it, throws to first in time, just in time to get Ehlers for the 2nd out.
And I mean, that was as close gets. That really could have gone, yeah, it really could have gone either way there.
I thought for a sec maybe it was going to pull Palma off the bag enough to where he would get in safe. But nonetheless, that's out number 2. And here's Hamilton Barnes. He's had a good day. He's 2 for 2. And also reached on a hit by pitch in the 1st. Goes after the first pitch, pops it up. Palma is over. That's out of play. So strike 1. Jonathan Chatfield is on deck if it gets to him. But there's 2 out, nobody on. Keene trailing 7-4 in game 1 of this 2-game series here on this Saturday afternoon. Fouled away again and out of play, and it's quickly 0-2 on the number 2 hitter. Yeah, with the gorgeous weather again this afternoon. Currently about 73 degrees here in Keene, and has the feel almost of a early to mid-May game. That one will miss for ball 1, 1-2.
Yeah, Barnes has made it on base every at bat he's had so far, looking to continue that streak.
The 1-2. Just outside, and the count runs even. So we'll see if the Owls can get a little 2-out magic going here. Barnes has drawn back even in the count. Kearse with the 2-2. On the ground, Zerilli will grab it, fire to first, nice play, and that will end the inning. So the Owls go in order. In the bottom of the 7th, we head to the top of the 8th. Keene State down 7-4 on the Owls Media Network.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
I believe sportsmanship is it's a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
All right, we're back here in the top half of the 8th. Leading off once again will be Drew Metzdorf, who's had a terrific day. He's 3 for 4 with a pair of solo shots, and he got that rally going in the top of the 7th for the Beacons with a leadoff homer. As they almost batted around. They brought 8 men to the plate. Or excuse me, they brought, I think, 9 men. Metzdorf, if he could have gotten up for a second time, they would have batted around in the 7th. So as they played at 5. And we'll see if Shea Zena can settle down as he's on for his second inning here in total of work. So he got the last 2 outs there in the 7th. First pitch from him, strike 1.
Obviously, Metzdorf, clear threat at the plate today. Zena's looking to not give up his Metzdorf's third homer of the game. Yeah. Hopefully,
3 home run game would be
yes,
very impressive. Yeah, that'll miss for ball 1 from Zena. Don't see that often in the major leagues, let alone in college. 3 home run games, so. But obviously, very potential, very possible to happen. Here's the 1-1, foul back, big cut there. He was looking for number 3. And on deck is Blake, who's also had a good day, 2 for 2. And he's been on base 3 total times. A couple RBIs as well for the second baseman. 1-2. That's going to be through the hole, a base hit. Metzdorf just continues to swing it. He's 4 for 5 with a base hit there, and UMass-Boston looking to get something going. Keep the line moving here in the 8th as well. Already in front 7-4. And a win for them would put them at 6-0 in the conference. Of course, we have another game coming up after. But nonetheless, it's been a very impressive start for the Beacons this year. First pitch from Zena is in for strike one on Blake. Looking for a double play ball here to get 2 quick outs. They just cannot get Metzdorf out. He's hitting .800 on the day, 4 for 5. And Metzdorf's going. Throw from Callie is in time to get him. Nice throw from Evan Callie. He cuts down Metzdorf, so he got on base, but he couldn't stay on. He's out number 1 here in the 8th on the caught stealing.
Yeah, always nice for the defense to throw out that runner. You know, it's got to be a pretty good feel-good moment. Hopefully boost the spirits of the team here, get these last 2 outs and get something going the next inning.
And now Zena will get ready to make an 0-2 as coach for UMass-Boston. That is Brendan Igabrot, grad of Mary Washington in 2001, in his 19th season with the Beacons. Longtime head coach. Just goes out to have a word with the ump. Obviously no official review system here in Division III, so he is indeed out at second. Probably just talking about the angle there for the umpire, and it'll be an 0-2 to Blake. So 1 away, just like that, after the leadoff hit on the caught stealing. And Zena with an 0-2. In there for a called strike 3. First strikeout of the afternoon for Shea Zena in relief, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, I was pretty fortunate with getting that runner, trying to steal second now as they get that strikeout. 2 quick outs, looking to get that last one here.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes. You know, just you get that leadoff runner on, but it's such a big boost on defense when you throw them out like that, especially for the pitcher. And now you got a clean 2, a couple walks for Corliss, as well as a strikeout. That one bounced in the dirt, runs even. So Zena looking to get through a clean 8th here. And that's lined into right field, down for a base hit, as Eaton will field it. 2-out single for Craig Corliss, and the Beacons have a man aboard. Second man aboard of the inning for Daniel Palma.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
All right, pay attention. Welcome to Fandom 101. We'll cover the tools of the trade from foam fingers in the wave to the super secret wave. How's that for a course description? Lesson 1, your game starts long before the opening whistle, so arrive prepared. 2, if something piques your interest, raise your hand. And 3, work in groups. NCAA championships, attendance is encouraged, passion is mandatory. Get your seats today at ncaa.com/tickets. Class.
The 8th on the Owls Media Network. Thomas Kearse back out for the Beacons, looking for his second inning of work. He'll get 3, 4, 5 for Keene, Chatfield, Beon, and Eaton. Looking to get something going. This is the part of the order you want up for Keene. The heart of the lineup still, as Chatfield homered back in the first for his 6th of the season. It was a 3-run shot at the time, put them up 3-1. And then they led 4-2, Keene did, and that fell apart though in the 7th with 5 for the Beacons. That puts us where we are right now at 7-4 in favor of UMass-Boston. But Chatfield looking to get a little rally going. He'll have a lefty-lefty matchup. First pitch, big swing and a miss from Chatfield. He's had a lot of those today since that home run. He's come up empty every time.
Yeah, I like the Keene State State's approach with that small ball they had earlier in the game. Looks like they're not able to really do that again.
Popped up and out of play, foul for strike 2. So Kearse working ahead of hitters early and often. As UMass-Boston again with a win in this one would go to 6-0 in the conference. Keene would fall to 3-3 and 13-14 overall. Chatfield looks like he held up, and he did. That's ball 1. Thing about Chatfield, he takes a lot of those free swings, a lot of those big swings, trying to mash the ball.
Yeah, he has his 1 homer, but he also has 2 Ks, so now looking to make it 3 here.
And that's up and away for ball 2. Count runs even. Just trying to get on base here, maybe start a rally in any way you can. Down 3 and only 6 more outs to record for Keene. Chatfield looks at strike 3. That is another K for Thomas Kearse. And Chatfield down on strikes for out number 1. Not a good way to start the 8th.
Yeah, he really did not like that call. Kind of was in shock, if you will, but understandably so. It did look like a strike for us, but the ump has been a little inconsistent, as we've said. So I understand Chatfield's frustration there.
Yeah, Chatfield frustrated, and now here's... So Keene down 7-4, bottom of the 8th. 1 away. Would think maybe Shea Zena will go back out for the 9th. He had a clean 8th inning. And that's strike 2 on Beon. So I gotta like what Kearse has done here if you're on the Beacon side, as he's come out and thrown a lot of strikes. Getting ahead of these hitters early, working ahead. And with a 3-run lead, that's exactly what you want. Just get quick outs. As Beon looks at ball 1. And it was a good 7th inning that put the Beacons where they are now. 1-2, gets past the catcher, Corliss. And nope, that hit him. So Beon is aboard on a hit by pitch. It must have just grazed the foot or the ankle. But he is aboard. So we have a one out base runner here for the Owls, as Brennan Eaton will stand in. Still looking for his first hit of the game. He's 0 for 3.
And, you know, maybe that's exactly what Keene State needed, was just one of those free passes to get the momentum going. Could see some more here.
And other news, the softball team has extended their lead. We got a 7-3 over WestCon.
Kind of a reverse of what we got going on here.
Yeah, top of the 7th, so they're going for the win in game 1 of that doubleheader. And you can also tune into that on the Owls Media Network. And here's Eaton, who's down 0-1. With a man aboard, 1 out. And did that hit him? No, it didn't. It got away from the catcher. Heard some kind of contact. So Beon will go down to 2nd on the wild pitch.
Yeah, I also thought that hit him, but he seemed to get out of the way just in time there.
Yeah, he kind of brought his shoulders in almost like he got hit by it, and there was a sound. I think that was the catcher's mitt. Ball going off the mitt.
As it looks like the catcher is going to have a little chat with his pitcher here. Kearse.
Yeah, just trying to calm him down. The Owls trying to get, you'd hope at least a run back here. I mean, at least draw a little closer heading to the 9th. Make it 7-5. That would be a win.
Yeah, as Keene State's lacrosse team seems to still be in the lead over there, and it looks like we have an alumni soccer game also happening. So a very busy day at the complex here. A lot of Keene State action.
A really busy day, and they're having a little barbecue over by the lacrosse game as well. So
hoping there's
lots of good food.
Yeah, hoping there's some left for us.
Maybe some Kansas City barbecue. I don't know about that, but on the ground to short. Throw to first. Nice play there by Zarilli as he gets the out at first for the 2nd out. Didn't know if he was going to go to third to try to get Beyond, but they would have had to apply a tag as it's not a force out.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about that. Beyond was kind of hesitant to go to third. I wonder if that was almost on purpose to kind of distract the fielder there to hopefully have Eaton make it to first, but unfortunately he did not.
So here's Hudson now looking to pick up Beyond from third. And that's lined into left field. Right field, a base hit. It gets down. Nice effort there by Govea, but he can't make the catch. So the Owls do get the run. They make it 7-5 here in the bottom of the eighth. So they draw a run closer. Big hit there. Nice piece of hitting from Hudson as he goes after that first pitch for a base hit.
Yeah, you definitely predicted the outcome of that, as they do get another run in. And as you said, they're just got to claw and scratch their way back, make it dramatic in the ninth inning if they can't tie it up here.
Yeah, we'll have another pinch hitter for Keene, as this is going to be Alec Verano coming on, as he's going to pinch hit, it appears, for Junior Santos. So Santos unable to get a hit. Yep, we're going to get a pitching change as well from UMass-Boston. So exiting the game will be Kearse as he exits with a run allowed so far. Owls draw a bit closer, 7-5. We'll be back in a moment on the Owls Media Network.
Our campus can get pretty quiet during the summer when most students are home, but that doesn't mean it's completely empty. Students are working and learning here year-round. There's tour guides and student workers like me, and students are interning all over the Monadnock region. Many of our majors require hands-on learning, and our students are working as reporters, videographers, environmental advocates, and scientific researchers to gain experience. Here's a look at what's happening right here in our city this summer.
Back on here on the Owls Media Network, as we'll have a couple of changes. We'll have a pitching change first for UMass-Boston, as it'll be Sam Gray coming on for the Beacons. And Gray's been good. He is made 9 appearances out of the pen this year for the Beacons. We'll also get a pinch runner first. Mark Barrett comes on, so we'll get some speed for Nathaniel Hudson, and he'll also take over likely in left field. Owls looking to manufacture another run. We're also going to get a pinch hitter likely, as it'll be Alec Verano coming on, it would appear, for the shortstop Junior Santos. And an update, the Owls have secured victory in game 1 of that doubleheader, 7-3 in softball over Western Connecticut State. So we'll hope you'll tune into game 2 of that one as well, as they take game 1. So here's Verano.
Yeah, I'm a fan of all these changes Keene State is making, trying to keep it fresh and, you know, kind of leave UMass guessing on what to do with these new at-bats.
Yeah, UMass-Boston just trying to get out of it with a 7-5 lead still. Verano is the tying run at the plate, as he looks at ball 1 from Gray.
Verano going old school without his gloves up to bat.
No.
Some hands-on action.
No batting gloves. Definitely old school. You hope he can rip it with that look. Back to first safely is Barrett, as they'll likely check on him a few times, as he can run. The senior outfielder for Keene State. Back again, and that time a lot closer, but he's just ahead of the tag. Verano ahead 1-0 in the count. Sam Gray in relief again. He's made 9 appearances with a .87 ERA. He's been very tough. And that is strike 1. I believe it was called on Alec Verano. So Verano just looking to keep this inning alive. Back in again safely is Barrett at first as they throw back to Palma. One from Gray. Fouled back, and it's 1-2. Seven to 5 Beacons. 1-2 pitch coming, 2 out. Barrett at first. Tying running Verano is at the plate in the bottom of the 8th.
As the Beacons dugout.
And that's called strike 3. Gray gets him looking, and that will retire the side. The Owls get a run back to draw a bit closer. We head to the 9th. 7-5 on the Owls Media Network. UMass-Boston in control. And we'll have a few changes for the Owls. Taking over at short will be Evan McHugh. He replaces Junior Santos. Also, Eli Oliver will take over in left field for Nathaniel Hudson after Mark Barrett pinch hit, so they don't leave him in the game in left as Gianni Zarilli stands in. He's had a pretty good day for UMass-Boston. He's 0 for 2, but also has an RBI on actually reached on an error, I believe. Owls just trying to keep it 7-5. Shea Zena is still out there. He's worked an inning and 2/3. No earned runs. And that'll miss for ball 2. And ball 1, excuse me. The count was 0-1. One from Zena. That one well high, and it runs to 2-1.
Yeah, Zaroli, one of the few UMass-Boston Beacon players not really making any noise on the plate today.
He draws ahead, as that'll make it 2-1, 3-1. So he'll likely get something to hit here if Zena can find the plate. (3-1) is fouled back, and it'll run full. So Zena just trying to avoid letting the leadoff man on here. Keene preventing any more damage for UMass-Boston. As Zarilli, Burris, and Jimenez, 7, 8, 9, will see the plate for the Beacons. Here's the 3-2 in the air to right. Eaton coming in a bit. He will make the catch, battle in the sun a bit for out number 1. So now here is Boston Burris had an RBI, pinch hit RBI single as a big part of that 5-run seventh for UMass-Boston. As we mentioned, Burris has the name Boston, plays for UMass-Boston, but he's from Texas. So almost the trifecta there, but not quite.
Yeah, he made his way up east from being down south. I imagine the weather probably not his most favorite transition, but
yeah, from the area of Highland Village, Texas. Can't say I exactly know where that is in Texas. I mean, it is a very big state. I know, like, relatively where Houston and Dallas are, but
yeah, I wonder what baseball team he's a fan of, the Astros or the Rangers.
yeah, Dallas area is more Rangers, obviously, and then Houston area, that area is all Astros. 2-1. Misses, and it's 3-1 again. So Zena falling behind on the second straight hitter. He was able to battle back to get Zerilli, though. Get him to fly out to right. Here's the 3-1. And that'll miss for ball 4. So Burris with a nice at-bat. He draws a 1-out walk. And it'll be Mariano Jimenez, the left fielder. We'll get another at-bat here for UMass-Boston.
That was a very close ball 4 pitch there. I don't even think Burris thought it was ball 4 at first because he kind of stood there, but
yeah,
nonetheless.
Looked pretty good. Burris leading at first. That one's popped up. Callie will not have a play. It's out of play. So Zena just looking for another scoreless inning. He had a scoreless eighth to keep it 7-4. Looking to keep it 7-5. The Owls still within striking distance if they can get something going. And they got a big run there on the bottom of the 8th. That one will miss for ball 1. Big RBI single from Nathaniel Hudson, who has since been replaced in left field by Oliver. Here's the 1-1. That will miss. Good take there from Jimenez. And it's 2-1.
Yeah, Callie doing his best to kind of frame the ball, making the ump think they're strikes, but ump's not giving in at the moment.
Yeah, definitely good framing there. We'll see if runner goes, as that's grounded foul. So they try to get a hit and run going. Unable to do anything with it is Jimenez, though, and the count runs even at 2-2. Sun now in full blast here. It's been kind of hazy at times this afternoon, but it's always kind of been.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop.
Keep Burris at first. Here's the 1-0. And in for strike 1.
Definitely a good frame job right there.
It's been good work out of the pen from Zena. Did allow a couple inherited runners to score in the 7th, but so far none of his own. And they're going to get Burris in a rundown. Oh, that throw goes into center. Fielded by Ehlers, so they'll keep him at second, but just a bit of over and cover, so that ball just sailed into center. But luckily, Burris wasn't able to pick it up, or it was coming in too hard, so he couldn't advance the third.
At second, as you mentioned.
So now a good RBI spot here for Breon Parker. Here's the 2-1 from Zena. That one is high for ball 3. And a good lead for Burris. They're not really holding them on too much. (3-1) in for strike 2. Couldn't tell if Parker wanted to back out of the way or if he was maybe trying to pull the trigger on that ball and just couldn't. But the count runs full. Big pitch here from Zena. Here it is. Cut on and missed. He gets him. Third strikeout of the day for Shea Zena, and he escapes trouble.
I believe sportsmanship is it's a mutual admiration and respect for your fellow competitors. We all go through a lot to reach the point where we compete against one another. It's important to realize that. So once we're finally on the field or on the court or on the starting block, we look at each other as fellow human beings and not just competitors. Being able to recognize the hard work that other athletes are putting in creates a more positive and inclusive environment.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
All right, bottom half of the ninth, Keene State trailing 7-5 to the UMass-Boston Beacons in game one. Looking to rally here. It'll be Sam Gray back on in relief. He got the final out of the bottom of the eighth for Keene. And it looks like we have another pinch hitter. This is Eli Oliver, who came in as a defensive replacement of Nate Hudson in left, so he'll get his first at-bat of the day.
I mean, in a sense, you're right. It is a pinch hitter. It's his first time.
First AB for Oliver, looking to get something going. Actually, that's Liam Conley. My apologies.
So you were right at
Yeah.
the end of the day.
So Conley comes on. He'll pinch hit actually for Evan Calley in the catcher spot. So looking to get something going here.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking to myself, I wonder what's more pressure, having to try to walk it off as the home team or trying to put a close game away as the away team.
On the ground at first, but foul. Fielded by the first base coach. As he gets it right back into the pitcher, it's 0-1.
Obviously, the Owls are down, but it is only 2 runs. There's definitely been bigger deficits heading into the 9th inning before.
Yeah, this is a classic save situation. I mean, you're still in the game. Only 2 runs. Just the bloop and a blast, and this game's tied. So Gray at 1-1. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 2. So Conley looking to get on just in some way to try to start a rally. As the Owls will have another pinch hitter, I believe, on deck. Here's the 2-1 from Gray. Inside, ball 3. So he runs it to a hitter's count. On deck for the Owls, that's Emmett Borenstein, who's a catcher by position, but he's also DH'd a few games this year. 3-1 from Gray. Missing for ball 4. So the Owls have the leadoff man on, the all-important leadoff man, in this bottom of the 9th in Liam Conley, and now here is Emmett Borenstein.
Man on with no outs, especially in a position like this. Like you said, all we need is a blast now, and this game is tied.
Yeah, Borenstein will fill in at the DH spot, so.
Although I do hope in a position like this, the Owls aren't thinking just, home run. Hopefully they're thinking small ball here.
No, string some hits together, mount a threat that way. I mean, you already have the leadoff guy on. And that's in for strike 1 from Gray. So the game started. We've had now 3 different guys in the DH spot. Daft started at DH, followed by Pearson, who pinch hit. And now it's Borenstein. 0-1. Popped up in the air to left. Under it is Jimenez. He'll make the catch for the first out of the 9th. So 2 pitches, 1 out, but now that gets it to the top of the order in Tommy Ehlers with a man aboard. And Ehlers, of course, does have at least a home run this year.
And he's 1 for 4 on the day, so.
Yeah, looking for his first hit since he led off in the bottom of the first. First pitch from Gray, swing and a miss, kind of half convicted from Ehlers, but he's down 0-1.
I do wonder if the goal is to get Chatfield up, because I know he'll probably be thinking home run in a position like this.
Yeah, they check back on Conley, but he's back in safe. And Barnes is on deck. If it gets past Barnes, it would be to Chatfield. And that's strike 2. So quickly behind 0-2 and going to have to battle here is Ehlers.
Yeah, I feel like that's the one thing Keene State has been lacking this game is the aggression. They've just been letting a lot of almost easy strike balls just go through.
0-2, popped up foul, but Corliss couldn't see it, and it's out of play anyway. So still 0-2 on the center fielder for Keene State. Again, Barnes is on deck. If it gets past Barnes, it would go to Jonathan Chatfield. So another 0-2 from Sam Gray. Here it is. Cut on and missed. Or was it fouled? No, it was fouled. And off the catcher, Corliss.
That was a pretty lucky tip there. Ehlers was very ahead of that ball, but just managed to get a piece of it. But it looked like it got a bigger piece of the catcher.
Yeah, very lucky to get a piece, and I honestly thought it was just a swing and a miss. I didn't
me
even hear
too.
a foul tip.
But I think it ended up being a foul due to Corliss's reaction there. It looked like it got him pretty good. And
yeah, he just wasn't able to hang on to it, and so Ehlers still alive for another pitch at least in the batter's box. It remains 0-2. I think he's surprised that he even got a piece of it, not knowing how.
he will take it, though.
Another 0-2. In the air to left. Over is Jimenez. Diving. He makes a nice catch for the second out. Thought it had a chance to maybe get down. But great play there from Mariano Jimenez in left.
Ball hit it pretty well, but the left fielder Jimenez able to make an impressive diving play, which will leave Barnes up to bat. Hopefully get some magic going.
Yeah, up to Hamilton Barnes. He's 2 for 3. Has reached base 4 times as well as hit by pitch, and he takes a called strike 1. So 0-1 is outside for ball 1. Count runs even. Conley at first as he drew a leadoff walk. But nothing has happened since. Had a fly out from Bornstein and also a fly out from Ehlers.
Yeah, you can imagine if Barnes gets on here, Chatfield is going to want to flare for the dramatic.
He would represent the winning run if he can reach, as cut on and miss for strike 2. Down to the last strike for Keene State. Barnes will look to keep it alive if he can reach. UMass-Boston dugout on their feet. The 1-2 from Gray. Fouled away, and he remains alive for at least another pitch.
That was a very lucky protection swing there. Just got a piece of it.
Yeah, just got to protect if your Barnes down 1-2. Conley leads a bit at first, but not too much. Here's the 1-2. In there for strike 3, and that is game 1. So UMass-Boston propelled them to the victory. They go to 16-9 and 6-0, still undefeated in the LEC. The Owls fall to 13-14 and 3-3 in the LEC. But we'll have game 2 coming up in about a half hour, I would suspect. So stay tuned in a little bit on the Owls Media Network for that one.
You have been watching a Keene State Athletics broadcast on the Owls Media Network. Please tune in to our next broadcast, and thank you for watching.
Even strength.